And for the next 30 minutes, you'll find out why they deliberately put themselves in danger and why many of them spend a lifetime chasing the wind. Hello, I'm Tom Skilling. Tornadoes are among the most destructive forces in nature. In this country alone, there are more than 600 tornado strikes each year. A tornado touchdown can be deadly, and yet there's something fascinating about watching these storms while in progress. It may be that special, mystical quality that leads many each year to track these storms and photograph them, despite the dangers. We call such people tornado hunters, and in the high plains, they're always on the prowl. It is a hot late afternoon in 1991 near Andover, Kansas, when nature's nightmare comes calling in the form of this tornado. It kills 14 people and tears through homes and businesses like a buzzsaw. As debris from the destruction flies hundreds of feet in the air, John Davies captures it all on videotape. Davies is a meteorologist by training and a nationally renowned tornado chaser.
Well, I remember I was kind of excited, and I was just concentrating very hard to keep the camera steady so I could get some kind of a video record of what was going on. I know I was very excited. I think the feeling was exhilarating, but I think also it was tempered by the fact that I knew this was moving into an urban area, and it was doing damage as it was coming into Wichita. And I definitely was concerned about people having damage to their homes or being injured.
Capturing a tornado on film or tape has never been easy, especially in the days before the home video camera. This film of a tornado roaring through Dallas, Texas in 1957 still shows us the destructive power of a twister. Even in black and white, you can see buildings literally blowing apart in ferocious tornadic winds. Sequences such as these fueled the myth that pressure changes near tornadoes were responsible for buildings exploding. Later research found that sheer wind speeds are responsible for the tornado's damage. The same is true in this film of a tornado blowing through a military base in Georgia in the early 50s. These remarkable sequences were painstakingly restored by climatologist and tornado archivist Tom Grzoulis.
Warner Robins was devastated by this tornado, and smack dab coming right at the photographer, you get the tornado just pulling buildings right out of this development. And this was in 1953, and to some degree, this particular clip has never been improved on. In other words, even after all this time and all this video, there hasn't been a better one than that in this way, and I was able to track down a very high-quality copy of it.
The explosion in the number of home video cameras has led to a number of remarkable pictures documenting the awesome power of a tornado. Here, a tornado literally blows apart a farmhouse in central Indiana. And amateur photographer Gary Kay shows us what it's like to be in the eye of the storm as a twister sweeps through his neighborhood in Fritch, Texas in June of 1992. Sequences like these have led to a dramatic increase in the number of storm chasers. You could call them weather thrill seekers in the video age. Their goal is to be in the right place at the right time to capture a tornado on videotape. Armed with video cameras, they join and sometimes compete with weather researchers whenever and wherever tornado funnels form. And not everyone is happy about that.
Now you go out there on a day when there's obvious severe weather, and you have a whole bloody traffic jam on these back roads, and it's like you might as well be having a rock concert because you have about as many cars. And a lot of people are just out there just for the sheer thrill of it and hoping to maybe get some great pictures or daring to get in front of a tornado, how close they can get and tell stories. Well, I got within a mile. No, I got within a half a mile. It's like little kids in camp playing one-upmanship, that kind of thing.
Is anybody else nervous? No.
No. Despite the dangers, there are still those who have the need to see a tornado in person and up close. These are the weather students from College of DuPage in Glen Ellen. They're packing up for a week-long trip through Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas in hopes of seeing a real live tornado. They know the odds are against them. Even experienced weather watchers say 9 out of 10 tornado chases ends in a bust. They are led by meteorology professor Paul Servatka, who's been organizing tornado chases like this one since 1989.
We're just hoping for some nice open field tornadoes, and hopefully we'll be the only people on it, and we'll get some good film for you.
We're double on this radio. And then if we go into chase mode, we can use this to communicate between the vans.
Why is this one?
Despite the odds and the long journey ahead, hopes are high of a real tornado sighting. Their hopes are displayed right down to their fingernails and their shirts, and even underneath their shirts. They are pumped and primed and packed. Thumbs up for good luck, and they're off in search of a tornado. When we come back, we'll check in on our young tornado hunters on the first leg of their journey and cutthroat competition to get the best tornado video by TV stations in Tornado Alley, despite the dangers.
I got two people stopped in front of me. I mean, we're flat out. Oh, I'm not. No lie, man. It's screaming. The car is rocking.
We've made the decision to
Presentation Chasing the Wind with Tom Skilling.
The peaceful open plains of Texas and Oklahoma, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day, at least most of the time. In the late afternoons, warm, moist air from the south collides with dry desert air from the west. When these two air masses converge, look out. It's from these megastorms that tornadoes emerge. It's given this region a well-deserved nickname, Tornado Alley. There are more tornadoes in Oklahoma per square mile than anywhere else in the world.
I've got a tornado. I've got a tornado on the ground. It is moving toward the town of Comanche right now.
The frequency of tornadoes in Oklahoma has made this area prime hunting ground for tornado chasers. Some of the best chasers work for Oklahoma City TV stations, where competition is fierce to get the very best tornado shots, like this one, on the air for the evening news.
God, you can see it. You can see the dust. You can see the dust. You can see the dust.
This is great.
This is great. This is all what it's all about. What it's all about.
Big tornadoes mean big ratings, so no expense is spared when it comes to outfitting news crews with the latest storm-chasing gear. Most chasers can even send back pictures of storms through computers and mobile phones in the car. And live trucks are jam-packed with weather-chasing equipment that would be the envy of a National Weather Service office. This is the storm-chasing truck for KOCO-TV in Oklahoma City. It's equipped with nearly a dozen radios. There's a portable weather station on the dashboard, and to top it all off, a fully operational weather radar on the roof.
It's a radar that we've converted to work inside the car. We've had some luck with it. It's part of a project that I'm working on trying to determine exactly how far the tornado is from me.
You might think all this gear is a bit much, but it paid off when Chris Lee and a reporter caught this tornado live on the air in 1992 for their evening news show.
But it does seem to be on the move, heading northeast at this point, and still very intense, as you can see. Dark debris filling the entire funnel cloud and to the ground tornado.
I call it a made-for-TV tornado. We were in one place, set up for a live shot. The storm dropped a tornado, and we were on the air for over an hour with different tornadoes from the same storm. And that, to me, was incredible because I didn't think it was possible. I'd never seen anything like it. Being competitive as I am, there were no other TV stations on the storm at the time, so that made it a little bit better, too.
But trying to get close to a tornado can be extremely dangerous, even for experienced storm chasers. A rival TV crew was trying to catch up with a funnel cloud when they inadvertently drove right into the teeth of a tremendous thunderstorm. In tornado chasing slang, this is called core punching. and it can be frightening.
No lie, man, it's screaming. The car is rocking. I can barely see the road. All I can see are these people with flashers in front of me.
Man, I don't like this at all.
Inside the car was photographer Dan Anderson and weekend weather anchor and reporter Jeff Lazalier. What was it like?
We said some words that can't be reproduced on tape or aired on television, but at the same time, it was still fascinating to be thinking, well, you know, this may be what it's like to be on the edge of a tornado, and that's the closest, if that's what it was, that's the closest that I've ever been, and about as close as I ever want to get again.
What's the latest on the satellite? Clouds everywhere? Is there any sunshine?
It is day 2 of the great tornado trek for these weather students from the College of DuPage. They've driven from the school in Glen Ellen through Emporia, Kansas, to the Oklahoma border. This is the heart of Tornado Alley.
The cap is supposed to be broken this afternoon due to low-level convergence along the frontal boundary.
Meteorology professor Paul Cervaka tracks the weather with radios, a mobile phone, and a portable computer. The students here believe in him, especially after seeing videotape of previous storm chases like these, where his groups were hot on the trail of funnel clouds and tornadoes. A 1991 trip caught an up-close look at a tornado crossing into Turin, Kansas.
Oh my God, this is heading right for this town.
I think you should mention that most sane people should be inside.
Most sane people probably should be in their houses right about now.
Most sane people should be
I can't
in
get
their
out the window here, bud.
We don't recommend you try this at home.
Despite the dangers, students on this trip are hoping they too will experience a close encounter with a tornado.
I like the adrenaline rush that you get when you're seeing these formations. You know, a lot of the reason why people think it's really wild to do is because I don't think they understand the mechanics of how it's formed. We know the signs, we know what to look for, and when you see these things forming and you see this funnel coming down, it's a big rush.
But there will be no rush today. The dream of seeing a real live tornado spin out of the sky like this is dashed after the chasers fail to catch up to a storm along the Kansas-Oklahoma border. They regroup along a roadside restaurant to map out ways to better position themselves for the next storm.
So what we have to do is make a decision what we want to do. Obviously, we need to get west. It's about, we're here. What we really want to do is get set for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the day. Late afternoon, evening. Thunderstorms will fire.
The group is anxious to press on. Cervatka still broods about missing the first set of storms.
Ever feel like giving up, Paul?
Oh, yeah, I would say there's a lot of times. You never want to give up hope, but there are some times where you just get really depressed. You think, you know, what did I do wrong? And you start questioning what you should have done. And it's a learning experience that way, but it can get really depressing and really get on your nerves when you start saying, I should have done this, I should have done this. And, you know, they say hindsight's 20/20, and it never comes truer than when you're out and you miss a tornado.
Next, we'll catch up with a storm-chasing legend who has made a career out of tracking down tornadoes. And will our storm chasers catch up to a real live tornado? We'll find out when we return to our special program, Chasing the Wind.
West, the threat of tornadoes is real. Now that tornado season is here, how prepared are we? Join Tom Skilling for his award-winning special with the latest techniques for predicting tornadoes and protecting yourself. Don't wait for those few seconds of terror. Protect yourself now. Watch It Sounded Like a Freight Train, a WGN News special tomorrow night at 6:30. Presentation Chasing the Wind with Tom Skilling.
Tornado has just crossed 371, power flashes. It's across the road right in front of us. Got a new wall cloud to the northeast, new developing wall cloud.
Wherever tornadoes go, trouble follows.
Okay, we're near the county road 131. County road 131. It's hit a house, it's thrown the car, out. Look at the power flash, it's hit a transformer. My goodness. Tremendous. Transformers are on fire right here.
But damage isn't the only thing trailing a twister. A small army of tornado chasers and researchers is usually not far behind. You can't miss them. They're the ones with strange equipment sticking out of their roofs, speeding down the highway. Oklahoma is twister country, and you can see it everywhere, from billboards to a water tower, to the sides of many rural roads on a hot, stormy night. Tornado chasing is Oklahoma's newest growth industry.
You've got people from the local community. You have people that are just freelance chasers from all over the state that go to any particular direction. You have all the TV crews. You have all of these people, the National Weather Service and the University of Oklahoma people out doing their research on the road. So it's almost like in some of these small towns, just like you saw Friday night, there are more people out there chasing the storm from outside the area than there are residents.
They just issued a tornado warning for right where we are.
One of the most prolific tornado chasers in Tornado Alley is weather researcher Dr. Howie Bluestein of the University of Oklahoma. He spent a lifetime tracking down tornadoes, trying to unlock their deadly secrets.
Okay.
Once Howie picks the spot, his team sets up a portable Doppler radar and aims it directly at the storm overhead. Doppler can track wind speeds inside the clouds.
We're trying to understand why tornadoes form, and we're trying to understand the structure of tornadoes. So the idea is to get close to a region where tornadoes will form, which is usually the wall cloud of a supercell thunderstorm.
Howie's close encounters with supercell storms have yielded a gold mine of tornadoes on tape. They show more clearly than ever a tornado's awesome power as well as its eerie beauty. Howie is so good at tracking storms, tornado chasers usually end up chasing him.
Okay, rolling. Sync light.
Marking!
On this trip, an IMAX film crew is following Howie's every move. They're hoping tornadoes will be a big hit on the big screen.
We came out here in 1991 and chased Howie around and got a beautiful tornado on film in IMAX. And so we've come back this year to fill in the story points that we need for the entire story to unfold.
The storyline isn't hard to write. Ace Tornado Hunter bags another trophy. It is a far different story for the College of DuPage storm chasers. They've made their way through Oklahoma and Dallas and are now heading into West Texas. They've seen a lot of countryside, but little in the way of storms. It's been 3 days, and the storm chasers haven't even seen a bolt of lightning, let alone a tornado. They're hoping their luck's going to change tomorrow. Storms are predicted for West Texas, but where? Paul Cervanka and his students plot out strategy inside a hotel room near Abilene.
Midland's got south winds at 14. There is unstable air mass down LI's -8 or lower. The dry air is up through the northern panhandle. It's just not rotating far enough south. There's a whole bunch of high cirrus, although the cloud cover is patchy.
Pinpointing just where a tornado might strike is not easy, but the group has patched into the latest data and computer models from the National Weather Service. That helps. They also use their own data and sneak a peek at the forecast on the hotel TV. A few miles down the road, they look skyward to confirm their analysis firsthand, and excitement is building. The hope is that storm clouds and perhaps a real-life tornado may not be far away. When we come back, storm clouds roll in as predicted, but will they produce a tornado? We'll find out next.
With Tom Skilling.
It's day 4 of the Great Tornado Hunt, and storm clouds are in sight for the College of DuPage tornado hunters. Barreling down the interstate, we won't tell you how fast, the group travels from Abilene to the border of New Mexico, then back into West Texas south of Lubbock. They finally catch up with a storm cell, which produces some pretty good lightning, but not much else. They're disappointed, but they're not discouraged. They knew the odds of seeing an actual tornado were against them all along. Still, they vow to come back to Tornado Alley to hunt again. Why? Experienced storm chasers say there's something magical about Tornado Alley, something deeply satisfying, almost spiritual.
Storms really show something out there that is much greater than ourselves. And for me, it's almost like a religious experience to get out in the field, park in a field somewhere, watch a storm develop, and see what happens with it. To me, it's very relaxing. It's almost cleansing in a sense. So I don't know what else I can say about it other than, yes, there is kind of a spiritual component to it, yes.
The trip was by no means a total loss. After the storm, a rainbow arched down from the sky above. It was followed by a spectacular sunset, sending a warm orange glow over the plains of West Texas and Tornado Alley. The students headed back home. The dark clouds will move in again soon. And when that happens, any good storm chaser will tell you, the once-in-a-lifetime tornado may be as close as the next bend in the road.
Most of the pictures in this program have been taken by experienced, well-trained weather observers. We want to emphasize that there's no tornado picture in the world that is worth injury or death. The best place to be in a tornado is in the basement. Tornado hunting is best left to weather professionals who understand the storms and who also understand the grave risks that are involved in bringing these remarkable tornado pictures to us. I'm Tom Skilling.
Just hit some power lines. Going just to our north. Large tornado debris cloud doing damage in the city of Gainesville.
What did you just say?
It's doing damage right now, right in the city. It's going right through North Gainesville. Yep.
Where is it?
Large tornado going across on I-35. Power line flash again. Don't watch that side. Secondary vortex. We're going to have very high winds here.
Chasing the Wind with Tom Skilling has been brought to you by Buick and your local Buick dealers. Remember Buick, the new symbol for quality in America. Tonight,